Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Well, mostly sisters today, because that's what I'm referring to. Ignore if my teeth look brown. I'm drinking black coffee. I'm back with another video, and today I'm talking about how, as a Muslim woman, you can navigate your 20s in the best way. So I'll just give you my credentials. My name's Josie. I was born and raised a Muslim. Although I didn't find my faith properly until last year. Alhamdulillah, changed my life completely. Now, with God's help, I'm starting my own business. I'm chasing all my dreams. I view happiness now as a continuum. I don't view it as something that I have to reach. I view it as something that I am. And I think that's a mindset that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given me. So I'm so grateful for him in my life. So for me, I've had a lot of mental health challenges growing up. I've had horrible anxiety. I've had everything you could think of in different ways. So I've always been trying to. I guess when I was younger, I guess I was badly bullied when I was younger. So I think I had this people pleasing attitude because I didn't want that happening to me again. Had really bad anxiety. I get really depressed and obsessive about things. I don't know, a bit of OCD, a bit of anxiety, a bit of everything. My brain was just, ugh, and I didn't know how to navigate it. And especially because there's just women watching this, especially around the times of my cycle, in my luteal phase, I never understood it properly, literally until last year. Around that time, I would get really badly depressed. My mental health would just skyrocket downhill, basically. And so had a lot of bad things happen to me a few years ago and then saw a therapist, which helped me a lot. But I think everything in my life led me back to Allah. So I think that's the main takeaway from all my challenges that I've cultivated over time. What I've realized, though, that has made my deen stronger, oh my God, wrong word, made my iman, my belief in God stronger, is that I've been asking God for anything. When I pray, when I'm in sujood, I literally ask God for anything I want. I talk to him, I pray for everyone around me, and then I ask him for anything I want. And God more than likely will give you what you ask for. But the thing of doing that, of asking anything you want. Now, what I mean by we're just going to backtrack. Sorry, ideas are going a bit mumbled. What I mean by anything you want is you think you're just some girl that sits at home and she can't, for example, we're just going to use running because I just came back from a run. You just sit at home, you never can run, you never could imagine yourself being a runner, okay? And so you ask God, hey, oh, you don't say, hey, God. In your dua, you say to God, God, I know with your help. You say it in a way that you don't doubt him because at the end of the day, Allah is the greatest. So there is no doubt with him. He is the greatest. That is for certain. So when you say your dua, what I try and do in my dua is a little hack. I always say, I know you will help me get this. I know you'll help me run a half marathon. And I know in your head, right? Imagine you're just some girl you've never run in your life. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. I can't even believe that. How could I do that? Oh my God. But what you actually do every day when you ask Allah in sujood or after prayer, whenever you make dua, you're actually getting it more into your subconscious and then you're actively working forward to that goal. And reaching the conclusion of this point, the one thing I've realized is that your words hold power. Your words hold so much power. Whatever you put out in the world, if you say I've had a bad day, if you say I'm ugly, if you say I'm fat, they'll come true, evidently, because what we bring out, that energy, it comes into fruition. And so that's why mental health, it's even bigger to me now than physical health, because I know if I'm running every day and I'm doing that hard challenge, if I'm doing that hard challenge of running every day, but I'm not saying to myself, you're amazing. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'm saying you're a piece of crap. What am I doing that challenge for? Like, what am I really rewiring in my brain if I'm still talking to myself like that? So anyway, the point I was saying is ask Allah for anything. Never doubt him. I know, Allah, you're going to give me a successful business. I know you're going to give me kids. I know you're going to prepare me for any hardship that you face, that you give me. I know you'll prepare me with the utmost of preparedness. Yeah. At the end of the day, I remember I went to a Qiyam night during Ramadan, and I think it was one of those starters that were talking about it, and she was just saying, like, how can you not ask for anything when he's the greatest? He can make anything. He says be, and it is. So how can you not? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. He's the greatest, he's the forgiving. And that's also another point, is that whenever you do a sin, never forget to ask for forgiveness, because he's the all forgiving. Even if you feel so bad in that sin, that's genuinely just the devil telling you, oh, just keep feeling bad. And then that badness circles and circles. So it's all a process, and I'm going to discuss it more in another video, but I think, yeah, that was just my main point, is ask for anything. Never doubt Allah. Even if you doubt yourself, Allah will always give you clarity. He'll always give you confidence. He's the best of planners. Even if you don't believe in something, say it. I'm going to have $1 million when I'm 25. Okay. You'll start believing it and you'll start working towards it. Secondly, what I've noticed, another point I wanted to touch on, as a Muslim woman, don't seek external validation from people. Now, eating. Oh, anyway, don't seek external validation from people. Okay. So I don't just mean, dressing immodestly. I don't just mean, asking people, do I look beautiful, or doing any of this sort of thing. What I mean is when I go on Instagram, and it's funny because it's a very normalized thing now, and I see influencers and they're like, it's okay after you run a marathon to gain 15 kilos and feel all right about it because you did a half marathon, you should feel okay. And then all the comments like, yeah, I felt like this too, it's all right. Okay. I'm not saying that, just a full disclosure, I'm not saying anything about that is bad or wrong. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone's on a different stage. And I think everything is okay as long as you're okay. That's what's okay. Okay. Mental health first. But I just find it funny how influencers now, they have their own struggles. Like this girl has obviously had this as a thought in her head where she said, oh, I've gained 15 kilos. So what she's done then is she's put that thought into a video to influence you and make you feel okay. And that's something, that very thing that you were doubting, like that niche thing. It's okay to eat 5 burgers after your mum told you off. Or these are not very realistic, that version of what I just said. But what I mean is that they try and make things okay that they're personally sitting with and that they're personally doubting. And they're putting that in the way. And they're reading these comments. They're like, yeah, oh my God, everyone's on the same page as me. They're getting that dopamine. They're getting that validation from this video. But when we view them, we're scrolling them, we're like, oh my God, so relatable. Oh my God, that's exactly how I feel. Oh my God, you do that too? Oh, I scroll for 30 hours after. You know what I mean? Like different people saying different things. But it's like we're all wired the same. We all, when we have that dopamine hit of validation, we all want to keep getting it. And it doesn't just come in, taking nice photos. It also comes in avenues like that. So be mindful. It's not even just about posting. If you're ever going to text someone and be like, oh, I just did this today. And then that person's, oh, I just fell over, right? Oh, I hurt myself really badly. Oh, are you okay? Yeah, I'll be fine. Like this, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying this validation, it comes in different formats. So when you actually feel I feel okay and I feel content. For example, I go and fall down the stairs and I get back up and I'm all right. I don't need to go text my mum and say, Mum, I just fell down. Maybe I'll tell her later. But in that moment, I can feel okay. No, I'm okay now. And that's also about becoming self-reliant. Sorry, there's a bit of a tangent. Third thing I want to speak about and last thing is finding balance. Like I think I spoke about in my last video, but this is more particularly finding balance around your cycle. So you should be tracking your cycle as a Muslim woman because some things are going to be harder. Some things are going to be harder at certain times, especially during our luteal phase. We're 10 times more irritable. We're 10 times more bloated. We hate ourselves, blah, 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 blah. So that's the most important time to practice positive thinking and positive events, going to yoga, doing a massage, reading a beautiful book, having a cup of tea, having a slice of cake. Okay. These are the times where your body needs to be nourished. And then when you actually get your period, if you've actually nourished your body the week before, your period you should feel quite strong. There's this doctor named Mindy Pell. She talks about that being our power phase. And then during our ovulation is when we're manifesting. That's our manifestation phase. That's when we feel the most, strong and we feel the most, creative. Not strong, sorry, most creative. Anyway. Aim of this video is, end of this video, conclusion. Allah is the greatest, never doubt him. Put him at the forefront of all your endeavors. Always read the Quran. Always stay true to you. Islam shouldn't be a cultural thing. It's a personal thing. It's a relationship between you and God. Only him. That is all. Obviously, all the prophets, peace be upon him, but he is the greatest. So always put him at the forefront. Ask for anything. Don't seek validation in different formats. And always know about your cycle. Okay? My top tips to be successful. Inshallah, we all live a long, prosperous life, but we're all granted the highest ranks of Jannah. And inshallah, inshallah, everyone has a good day. Thanks for watching.